Hello and welcome to my enhancement video, enhancement number 7. This week we covered update statements, in particular how a user would update their account information via their admin or user dashboard. So I'm going to log in here. We're going to use our admin account. Log in. Okay. And we have this new link here, update account information. This takes us to an update account page. Now, as this is new, I'm going to go ahead and validate, make sure it's valid HTML5 code in here. And it is, no errors. Okay, we have two forms, one for updating basic account info like name and email, and one for changing the password. Now note how these are automatically populated in. This was done through the client data that we pulled into a variable, our global variable, when the user logged in. So it will always populate. That way the user doesn't have to remember everything they wrote in here. If I make a small change here, like this name is now, update, and it says your account was successfully updated, and the change is immediately reflected in our dashboard. So that's good. Now this does have both client and server-side validation, so if I happen to take this out, and this field is no longer filled with anything, it's going to say please fill this field. There's our client-side validation. It's the same on the back side. These are no validate bookmarklet and update account. And our controller pushes it back saying please provide information for all empty form fields. That way it has to still make sure that anything that could potentially be submitted to the database is accurate info. So I'm going to change it back to what it was initially, hit update account, and successful. Good. Now what happens if I try to submit something when it hasn't been changed at all since the last update? Well, if I hit this, it's going to say there was an error. Basically that's the back end, our code saying nothing's changed, this isn't going to do anything with the database with this update statement, we failed. Try again, make sure you add something else. The password, however, does not do that specific thing, and that's because we do not hold on to the client data. We don't store the password inside of our client data variable because we don't want our customer's password to be stored inside of something that we have. It's sensitive. So we do happen to still have client and server-side validation to make sure that it is correct syntax when we change the password. So I'm going to change the password to something a little different. Instead of super user, we're going to make it sappy user. Why not? But first, let's make sure that we have our validation working correctly. If it's empty, it doesn't work. If I have too many characters, it doesn't work. If I have too few characters, it doesn't work. If I don't have a number, an uppercase letter, and a symbol, it doesn't work. But as soon as I include all three of those, it should work. Right now, we're still not where we should be. So I'm going to go ahead and do no validate, make sure it works on the client side. Please enter a valid password. Good. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and put our new password and change. Good. The password has been updated, successfully changed. We're going to log out. And admin. Good. I'm going to try this with the old password, super user. Please check your password and try again. Let's try it with our new one. Log in. And we're in. And before I forget, because I probably will, I'm going to change this back to super user. And good. There we go. Okay. Granted, you couldn't see exactly what I was typing, so it's, I mean, I guess there's always that chance I was just pulling a fast one and pretending like I changed it, but if you'd like, you're welcome to do it as well. I do believe that covers everything. Yep, I think we're good. I guess one last thing, our product management page now has this nice little table in here. I think it's pretty, so might as well show it off. Okay, one last thing, because Brother Robertson missed the drums, I'm going to go ahead and play him some good drums.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And on the second and fourth, play the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is rock and roll. Let's play double time for the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a little faster. Double bass.